Hello. We're all here this morning. Brilliant. Okay, so we are going to start the Habit Power Up Challenge. And we have done this before, but this time we're going to make it more of a sprint. We did like 20 weeks last year. You may have remembered it, or some of you weren't with us then anyway. Let me just have a quick slip of coffee. So how is it going to work? Each week on a Monday, this time, we will focus on one healthy habit. I'll discuss it with you. We'll work out ways to help you bring it into your life. And we'll share why it matters, and we'll give simple ways to make it work. And then as a group, we'll set an intention to try to stick to that habit for 7 days. Now, research says we have to do things for 66 days to make it stick. But what we're going to do, these are simple habits. You may already be doing them. And so what we want to do is make our intention a little bit stronger on that one habit. They are simple. And you know what? The simple little things, when they add up, make a massive difference when it comes to health and fitness. And the whole goal is to be encouraging for each other. We're going to, make sure that we're in the WhatsApp group. We're saying, are we doing it? Are we not doing it? What struggles you've got, so we can all help each other out. And then it's consistency. It's one habit, 1 week, one stronger, healthier you at the end near to Christmas. Now, I have done a habit tracking sheet here, which is on the screen now. Let's open it up so you can see it better. And here we've got a list of habits that you can write in. So I'll put this in the group and also on the web page. So you can download that habit tracker sheet for 12 weeks. And then you write in by hand the first habit. And then at the side there, it's got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday on there. And then you tick every time you achieve that intention that you've set yourself. Now, it's quite important that you actually write it down, because this helps our brain to make a commitment. Okay, it makes your body and mind work together. And so just by saying it often isn't strong enough. So we're trying to make everything easier here. So we're in a group, that makes it better, easier, or stronger to make a habit stick. And if you write it down, you make that intention to yourself. But my big key thing here is that you make it achievable for you. And this is a really big point here, because if you find overwhelmed, if you feel overwhelmed by this, you're not going to do it. Now, a change this year, is that we've got a next level on each of the habits. So there's a level 1 and there's a level 2. So you can choose which level you go to, because some of you might already be doing the level 1 of the habit. So you may want to go on to the level 2. Even maybe you need to make a level 3. I don't know. Maybe all of you are very good at habits. This is why you're in this group, because you know how to do it already. I don't know. But what we're going to do is to set that one challenge per week. Now, what's week 1 challenge? It's a simple one, I think, but maybe you don't. We need to drink 2 litres of water a day. That's it. 2 litres of water. Now, this is actually, yes, 2 litre bottle of water. This is the amount of water that each and every one of our bodies needs to drink in order for the body to function correctly. And the body and the brain, particularly the brain, needs fluid and water to make it function correctly. Your body is replenishing fluids all of the time, and we need to keep putting them in there to help it clean out the kidneys. There's so many other things that, just everything, every cell in your body needs fluid, water, particularly water. So this challenge is to drink plain water with nothing in it. Okay, that is the challenge number 1. Level 1. Level 2 is don't add any caffeine or fizzy drinks at all, and all week just drink water. Now that might be a big challenge, because here I am having a coffee. I'm just going to go to level 1 because I'm drinking my coffee today. I only have 1 coffee a day. But this will level up that challenge if you take yourself off all fizzy drinks, all cordials, anything you put in your water, any flavours in the water. So that level 2 is a next step up. You're taking the caffeine away. Caffeine, if you drink too much of it, can be actually dehydrating. So we don't want that to happen either. So make sure that you're hydrated, particularly in the menopausal and beyond years, because a lot of us are feeling hot quite a lot. Our regulation of heat is challenged, and drinking water can help that. Let me just read my notes. So keep a bottle handy and sip it regularly. So you could just use this bottle and just sip away at it. I'm already drank that today already. So, you know, you could go for that and just drink it as that. I like to get a fancy cup. I love this cup. And I bought this particularly to make me drink more water because I'm not very good at it. In fact, I've been camping for a week and I find I'm very dehydrated when I come back from there. It's terrible. I just don't drink enough. I need to drink more. So I take this Stanley cup with me everywhere. I fill it up all the time because actually it's only 0.8. So I need 2 and a bit of these every day. So I need to keep drinking that. Now I find I either use bottled water, which is quite expensive, or a filter, a carbon filter, which I put in the fridge so it's cold. I prefer cold water to drink. It just tastes nicer for me, and that's fine. I do that. So let's give 5 tips on how we can get this habit to stick. How to stick. So first of all, think about it, breaking it up in the day and how you can add it to another habit that you do already. So for instance, you brush your teeth in the morning, you get a glass next to the tap and the sink, and you drink a glass of water. Now, a normal glass is about 300 ml, or you can go smaller, obviously 200 ml. So just measure your glasses first so that you know what you've got, and get one glass out, get a pint glass out, you know, or whatever. So you've got that glass, you know, that glass is your glass. You're going to fill it up. You've got to make things simple, put them out on the side. Because it's weird because you think, oh, I've got to get it out of the cupboard. It sounds pathetic, but it can stop you from doing it. It really can. I know that because it works for me. So you can have a glass of water with brushing your teeth. You could have, if you're having a coffee, have a glass of water straight after it as well to combat the dehydration effect. You then could have one at mid-morning, and then you could just down a glass at lunchtime, down a glass mid-afternoon with a cup of tea if you're doing that, and then one before bed. And then that should do your 2 litres. Now, I wouldn't suggest just glugging the whole 2 litres in one go. You're going to feel full and you're going to wee a lot. Now, you will wee a lot anyway, but that will get better because your bladder, you're actually training your bladder if you're filling it up more. Yeah. So if you think of the bladder is a muscle, just like any of our other muscles in our body, or the soft tissues are muscle in our organs. So if you fill it up to 600 ml, which is what bladder can hold, then it will stretch it. And a stretched muscle means that it's getting stronger, and then it contracts again. And then it stretches and it contracts. If you're just giving it a little bit of water like that and it goes in like that, can you see how much weaker that muscle would be? So in a way, you are actually strengthening your muscle. So I would expect, if you're the sort of person that when you fear drinking water because it's going to make you go to the loo a lot, then first the day, do it while you're near a loo. But honestly, it's all in our mind. It's in our mind, and we just need to train ourselves, and it will come. It'll be a bit longer because we are older. It takes longer to train things, I know, but just keep going there. So carry the bottle, carry the water everywhere you go. Get a water bottle, have it with you all the times. You notice a lot of young people do this, and they're so much better at drinking water than us. We just tend to drink everything else in our generation and beyond. But the young people, they always have a bottle of water with them. I think that's really good. So now, if you are doing level 1 where you just need to drink the water, you could put some flavouring in it if you find that tricky, because a lot of people find the taste of water puts you off. Can you put in the comments if that's you? So you could add in some lemon, you could have some cucumber in there, you could put some berries in there. Now, what I do in my first glass of water before I have my breakfast is I put in a hydration tablet. These actually are not. These are orange, zinc and vitamin C because I've run out of hope. But it comes in a little pack like that. You can get from the supermarket. If you go to Sainsbury's and Tesco's, they often have them in the vitamin section. So the hydration tablets, and these are particularly good because they have the added minerals in the magnesium, things like that can help you to obviously the whole body needs a lot more than it used to. So I find I put that in the first glass, I drink that, and the rest of the day I'm just drinking plain water in my Stanley, and I have some ice in the bottom there just to keep it nice and cold. So that, see the ways that you can flavour it. Pop in the comments if you flavour your water with anything else. Now, if you're going to use cordial, now again, that's just not enough. If that flavouring is just one step too far at this point, you could use sugar-free cordial, but try not to make it really, really loads of gluggle, big chunk in the bottom of the glass. Just kind of flavour it. Just put a little dash in there if you can. I mean, in an ideal world, we want water. Yeah. You could set an alarm on your phone. So you can set alarms on your phone where it notifies you, and that means you're going to drink some water. At the same time, you could do some pelvic floor exercises. We usually use that for that. But that would help also. And then you could pair it with those habits like we just said. You have a glass with each of the meals. Make sure you're having a glass after the loo. Every time you go to the loo, have a glass next to the sink, so you're drinking another water. So we really want to treat water as like being a medicine. It's like an additive to our bodies that particularly need it now. More than ever, we need fluid, particularly the brain. It so needs it. I like water out in France, but and at home too, and I filter it. That's brilliant, Margaret. So is everybody drinking 2 litres? Because that's the optimal that we should be having. And I want you to really go for that. If you want to try the level 2 of this challenge, we are only drinking 2 litres of water. We're not having any coffee and tea or any fizzy drinks. You're omitting anything like that, or alcohol, actually. Needs to put that in there, didn't I? Alcohol is out. So is tea, coffee, fizzy drinks, just going to go water. You might actually need more. You might need to drink a little bit more for the water. Anybody going to try level 1 or level 2 of the challenge? Pop in the comments 1 or 2 and set your intention now. I'm going to pop this challenge in the WhatsApp group so that those people that couldn't make this morning can hear it also. But pop in the comments if you are going to do this challenge. Pop it there. Let's have a look. So level 1, because you like decaf coffee. Yeah, I'm going for level 1 as well. I like my coffee. 1 coffee in the morning and a cup of tea in the afternoon. And also like my hydration tablets in it. I only have 1 coffee a day. Good. Yeah, that's fine. But that's level 1 then. If you're going to go for that, that's level 1. That's fine. Yeah. Level 1, but cut down on my decaf tea. Okay. That's fine, Anne. Yeah. Good. These are good challenges. You're trying to, each week, you can make it so it's achievable for you. Because the last thing I want is for you to write it on the sheet and then you're struggling to tick it off. We want to make this simple to start with. They gradually get harder as we get going. So level 1 for me, Jane's saying, I like my coffee. Sorry, but I enjoy my tea. Don't say sorry. Don't say sorry. It's fine. Level 1. Great. Okay, everyone's doing level 1. They're making sure that they're drinking the 2 litres plus any other fluids that you have. You can't use your tea and coffee as part of the 2 litres, by the way. Just to make sure that you're understanding that. You need to have the tea, coffee, and then the water on top. So if you are drinking 4 or more tea and coffee a day, it is dehydrating. It's really important that you know about that. What about mint tea? Yeah, it's still flavoured, so that's level 1. Yeah, level 1. So level 2 is plain water, no flavouring, no alcohol, no tea, and no coffee. Yeah, that's fine. Yes, so that's fine. That's all good, all good. So go for level 1. I'm going for level 1 as well, making sure that I'm drinking that stuff, because I put this away when I went camping and then I didn't drink as much. I know it sounds pathetic, but it just works like that. Great stuff, guys. This is a really good challenge. We've doing 12 weeks because I'm away for 2 weeks in October. So you've got 2 weeks to solidify when I'm not here.